Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Merch by Amazon Public School. On this episode, I would like to tackle this question: how can I grow my Merch by Amazon account? I have seen many posts and many people talk about how they struggle to grow their business. I have seen many people talking about how they were selling more shirts when they were on tier 100 than they are now on tier 1000 or 2000 or 4000. And I've seen how people say that they were making more money in 2015 than they are in 2019, even though they have 10 or 20 times more shirts. Well, the answer to that is that there are so many variables that will be put together to formulate this answer. But let's just tackle single out few variables and see what the problem is. Well, number one is that in 2015 it wasn't much competition on Merch by Amazon. Am I saying that Merch by Amazon is not now saturated? No, definitely not. It's not saturated, but it was a lot less competition, and whatever you put up was that was people ready to buy it because you barely had any competition. People that signed up in 2015, it's like they almost were in a part of some beta program. Now let's get the stuff that we cannot control out of the way, and let's talk about variables that we can control. And it doesn't matter what's your name, what's your skin color, what's your belief, what's your how much money you have, or whatever. This I believe is the solution to grow your Merch by Amazon account. If you do it, you will succeed. If you do not do it, I believe you will struggle. Some people might get lucky. There is always exceptions. Some people will be posting some great numbers, but they got lucky with the shirt. We know that some shirts at low BSR might bring quite a bit of money and sales, but that doesn't work all the time. If that works all the time, they could do it with every shirt. So what are the variables that we can control to grow the Merch by Amazon account? In my opinion, the number one is the high quality design. And I'm going to emphasize this point. If you're talking about high quality designs, I'm not saying that's anything that you see on the screen right now. I'm saying stuff that's like well illustrated, stuff that you see from the big brands on Merch by Amazon, stuff that somebody worked on for hours to produce. This is like borderline high quality design. I would say it's a good design. It's a good design. There is stuff that's even more details than this, but this will fall in that category. So if you can make designs like this and better, you will succeed on Merch by Amazon. If you cannot make designs like this, then there is another option to make good money in Amazon. Can you make something like this? This is simple. Can you come up with a funny phrase and put on a shirt? But in order to do this, you're gonna have to do a lot of this. You're gonna have to count on volume then. If you can have, I'm not talking just doing text design. If you're doing like simpler designs, if you do designs like that and like this and like that, you're gonna need a lot of designs like that to try to compete with people that are bringing in the good stuff like this and better. So to try to prove my point, here's another couple of designs that are like simple to make. This is a more illustrated design, and you can see it's reflected on the BSR. Even though we're way past St. Patrick's Day. These are more simple designs that you can do. This is more simple design. This is like literally for people that are familiar with Photoshop. This is like literally 3 minutes, 2 minutes to do this and upload it and be done and be making your listing. So it's not hard. This is something else that's simple to do. All this stuff is pretty simple. So this is what most merchants do. This is the quality of the shirts that most merchants do. But some of them elect to go for higher quality, and those are Just by looking at the search results, I would say there is more of these guys than the other ones. So, how can I prove my point? The way I can prove my point is just looking at like a little, looking at it like a little mathematically. And I would say, imagine you and a friend and a competition are starting in a business. I'm gonna make the numbers small and rounded so they would make sense. In reality, the numbers will be a lot larger and percentages will be a lot smaller than the examples I would use. But just for ease of understanding, I'm gonna keep it simple. So imagine that the market has 100 shirts. You started with 10 shirts and your friend started with 10 shirts. And the competition also started with 10 shirts. So you own 10% of the market shares. Your friend has 10% of the market shares and the competition has 10% of the market shares. Now, we'll fast forward few months and the market now has grown to have 1,000 shirts. So your friend, you have, but you only grew to have 50 shirts. The competition grew to have 100 shirts. The competition grew in line with the market. And your friend, who's a hard worker, who was pounding listings, now has 200 shirts. Now what happened, in stage one, you guys each had 10% of the market shares. Now, you have only 5% because you have 50 out of 1,000, that's 5%. Your friend, who has 200 shirts, now has 20% of the shares of the market. And the competition, who grew at a steady pace average, has 100 shirts each, and they're at 10% of the market. So the competition is growing steadily. You or keeping up with the market. Your friend is growing faster than the market. Your friend is one of these people you see are posting the big numbers, and you wish you can do like them. Now, you, on the other hand, you only grew half as much as the average and only have 5% now of the market. Even though you had only 10 shirts before, you had twice as much share in the market as you do now. So it only makes sense that you would make less money than you made before. Of course, there are other variables, but I just wanted to single out this variable so people would understand it. So we talked about having high quality designs. That's one way to do it. So you can, if you have, I'm gonna bring up any names, but we have some good friends that focus much on the quality, and they bring up some really high quality designs, and they don't have a large share of the market, but the quality is still compensating for that. Now, we have people that make average designs, but they kill the numbers. They're uploading a large number of shirts. They're making a lot of shirts every day, and they're uploading a lot of shirts every day. And those guys are killing it. That's another way of doing it. The third way of doing it is if you can combine both A and B. If you can have both high quality designs and you can have also a large number of shirts and uploads. That sounds like mission impossible, but if you're willing to outsource and have designers and illustrators working for you and have a team in the background, and you have 10 people working on your merch account, yes, then you can do that. You're gonna need to have some money to start doing that, but it will pay off down the road. So these are the three ways that I believe you can grow your Merch by Amazon account. Also, guys, I'd like to say this. I would like to share this. We have a saying overseas that says you can't keep both the milk and the milk's money. If you're going to buy the milk, you either take the milk and give the money, or you keep the money and don't buy the milk. And what I meant, how it relates here, is that if you want to do Merch by Amazon and you really want to be one of those guys that are killing it, those guys are giving up a lot of things. They are like taking it seriously. They're working like a serious business. They're working so many hours a day. They're pounding designs and listings and learning and working like as much as they can on their Merch by Amazon account. I mean, if you're struggling on the other hand, if you want to keep the milk's money, if you want to keep having your regular life and enjoy 7 TV shows and go out on Saturday and Friday night and take naps, and then of course it's not gonna happen. You can't keep both the milk and the milk's money. The other thing that I would like to say is that only the listings you've made, I'm gonna say duh, of course, yeah, only the listings you've made, they're gonna sell. All the stuff you have in draft, all the ideas that you have on the pieces of paper, all the ideas that you have on a notepad or whatever you want to make, or stuff that you sent to a designer, or you're waiting to have money to buy a tablet so you can make this, all that stuff is not gonna sell. The only stuff that's gonna sell is the stuff that's on Merch by Amazon. So you can be focused on your business, but it's not, you know how they say it's the intentions that count? No, in Merch by Amazon, it's not the intentions that count. It's the action that counts. Once you click submit and the design goes live, that's when you have a chance to sell that shirt. You do that 1,000 times, then you have 1,000 chances to sell a shirt. You do that 10,000 times and you have 10,000 chances to sell a shirt. You sit and procrastinate and say you're gonna do it tomorrow, then Merch is gonna pay you when you do it. I know it sounds harsh, but I'm sounding harsh because I'm harsh on myself too now, because I feel like I wasted a lot of time. I could have had 5 times more listings up than I do now, and I could have been on a much higher tier than I am right now, and I could be making a lot more money than I am right now. But I wasted a lot of time that I should not have wasted, and Q4 this year like really woke me up to the potential, and I want to make this year the year it happens. I hope I motivate you guys to take action, and good luck to you with your merch journey. Bye guys.